Sometimes it's not the actual news that makes or breaks a story, but it's the quality of the interview that you give. There are so many stories that have been given way too much airtime purely because a spokesperson gave a really great interview. Now don't worry, you don't have to be particularly charismatic to give an excellent interview. I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you give a winning interview every time. Tip number 1, know your key messages. I see so many business leaders overly worried about the types of questions that they might be asked and not focused enough on knowing their key messages. And that's usually how an interview gets derailed. So before every interview, I want you to ask yourself, what is the one fact or idea that you want your target market to remember or take away from your interview? That's your key message. Key messages should be short, sharp, and simple. You should really be able to get them out in one sentence, and you should really only have 1 or 2 per interview and have them in the back of your mind. Number 2, use the very first moments that you connect with a journalist to build rapport. For example, if you're in a new city or location than you might normally be, mention that. It might strike up just a little bit of an interesting conversation between you and the journalist, and then you've built up a little bit of a connection or rapport. Number 3, know your audience. And by audience, I don't mean the audience of the publication that the journalist is from, I mean the actual journalist. Do a little bit of background research on them to get a feel for what their level of subject matter expertise is, so that you're not talking down to them and also you're not using language or terms that they might not understand. So by just doing those 3 really simple things, knowing your key messages, knowing your audience, and using those opening moments of the interview to build rapport with the journalist, you'll be on your way to giving a really great interview.